Hi Nana, we were learning about optical isomerism. Yesterday we have seen what is plane polarized light. That means in our previous video we learnt about plane polarized light and how it is how plane polarized light uh, behaves with optically active substance. So if a substance is optically active, it rotates a plane polarized light. If a substance is optically not active, then that substance cannot rotate the plane polarized light. Okay, so now today we will learn about some more points related to optical isomerism. So chirality, what is chirality? See, actually chirality is the property due to which the non superimposable images are formed. Okay, so the property due to which the non superimposable images are formed. See, chirality, it is due to the four presence of four different atoms or four different groups attached to sp3 hybridized atom. So yesterday we have seen lactic acid, example for lactic acid, lactic acid structure. So in lactic acid structure you find four different atoms or else four different groups attached to the sp3 hybridized carbon atom. See, now this compound is said to be chiral compound because it is having chirality. So this carbon, this particular center which is sp3 hybridized and attached to four different groups is said to be chiral center. This is said to be chiral center. Generally chiral center, it is designated or else it is denoted by using asterisk or star mark. Okay, so now the compound is said to be chiral compound if it is attached, if any of the atom sp3 hybridized atom is attached to four different groups. Okay, then it is said to be the compound is said to be having chirality, and now the compound is said to be chiral compound. So this chirality makes the compound to be optically active and forms non-superimposable mirror images. Suppose if there is only one chiral center in the compound, then that compound is essentially, it is compulsorily, it is optically active. If only with a single chiral center the compound is optically active, OA means optically active. Suppose if a compound contains more than one chiral center, then the compound may be active or may not be optically active. Okay, if a compound contains more than one chiral center, then that compound may be optically active or may not be optically active. But when only single chiral center is present in a compound, then compulsorily that compound is optically active compound. See, chirality is necessary and sufficient condition for a compound to be optically active. Okay, for a compound to be optically active, what is the necessary and sufficient condition? Chirality is the necessary and sufficient condition for a compound to be optically active. Right. So we will learn some more points. See, for optically active, although the ultimate criterion is non-superimposable, non-superimposability of the mirror images. Along with this, the optical activity can be decided by some other factors also. Optical activity of a compound is decided not only by non-superimposability of the mirror images, but also depends upon the several factors. Optical activity depends on, one thing is non-superimposability of mirror images. Mirror images, but also depends upon certain factors like presence of elements of symmetry. Presence of element of symmetry. So if there is any element of symmetry, then the compound is optically inactive. So if there is any element of symmetry, so what is element of symmetry? We will learn now. Elements of symmetry. Elements of symmetry, presence of elements of symmetry, so makes the compound to be optically inactive. So mainly there are 4 elements of symmetry. One is axis of symmetry, another element is plane of symmetry, it is also called as mirror plane. And the third one is center of symmetry. Center of symmetry, it is also called as inversion center. Next one is alternating axis of symmetry. Alternating axis of symmetry, it is also called as improper axis of symmetry. So whenever there is an element of symmetry in the compound, then the compound is optically inactive. Okay. So we will learn these elements of symmetry one by one. So first of all, we will learn about the axis of symmetry. So presence of elements of symmetry make the compound to be optically inactive. First we will learn about the axis of symmetry. What is axis of symmetry? Suppose if a molecule, for example, take a molecule like this, uh, okay, so this is a molecule. Suppose along this axis, vertical axis, let us assume, so if I rotate this molecule along this axis, so axis of symmetry, it is denoted by Cn. Okay, n is nothing but certain number. A molecule is said to have n-fold axis of symmetry in a rotation of 360 by n degrees along an axis gives the same representation of in the space. That means, for example, if you take this compound boron trichloride, in boron trichloride, so let us assume this as an axis. Okay, suppose this boron trichloride, if I rotate this boron trichloride by an angle of 180, that means, so this chlorine will rotate this side and this chlorine will come this side and this chlorine will come this side. Okay, so after rotation of angle of 180, what happened? So again the same structure is repeated. Again make one more 180, again same structure is repeated. That means the same structure is coinciding with itself n number of times. How many number of times it is coincide within within a rotation of 360 degrees? Within a rotation of 360 degrees it is coinciding 2 times. That means it is repeating. It is repeating it is giving the same representation in the space for 2 times. At every 180 degrees the structure is obtaining, the same structure is obtaining. So that means here it is having two-fold of symmetry, because here as it is having two-fold of symmetry, that means 360 by 2, it is its value equal to 180. That means after every 180 degrees the structure is repeated again. Hence this molecule is having two-fold of axis of symmetry. Along this axis it is having two-fold of symmetry. So this axis is said to be axis of two-fold symmetry. The same boron trichloride, if I take like this boron trichloride, suppose assume this is a triangle. The center one is boron, chlorine towards another corner, chlorine. So that means towards the 3 corners there are 3 chlorine atoms and boron is at the center. Now suppose if this is the angle, if this is the axis, if this is the axis, that means the axis is passing through the boron. So from upward to downward. So along this vertical axis, if I rotate an angle by an angle of 120 degrees, the same structure I am getting. So towards this corner 1 chlorine, towards this corner 1 chlorine, towards this corner 1 chlorine. Again after one more 120 degrees of rotation, I am getting the same structure. So like this, by the rotation of 360 degrees, I got three structures, three similar structures, or else the structure is repeated for three times. Hence this molecule along this axis, along this vertical axis, actually I cannot draw the vertical axis on the board, hence, so assume that this one has a vertical axis. So this axis is nothing but a threefold axis. It is having threefold symmetry. Why it is threefold symmetry? Because by rotation of 360 degrees along this axis, so the same structure is repeated for three times. Hence it is said to be having threefold symmetry. So three times means at every, that means 360 by 3, that means at every 120 degree angle of rotation, at every 120 degree of rotation of the axis, okay, this axis, this particular axis, the same structure is repeated, so it gives the same representation in the space. Hence it is having threefold of symmetry, or else simply this axis is said to be C3 axis, this axis is said to be C2 axis. So like this we can explain the axis of rotation. So this axis is said to be axis of symmetry, because along this axis only you are getting the similar structure, or also similar representation of the atoms in the space. Okay, similar representation of the atoms in the space is nothing but symmetry. Okay, here even this axis is also said to be, it is also having symmetry. So at if along this axis, this is the this is benzene ring. So if this benzene ring, this is the axis which is passing through the center of the benzene ring from upward to downward. So along this axis, if I rotate this axis, along this benzene ring along this axis, what happened? So the same structure is repeated at every 60 degrees. At every 60 degrees, the same structure is repeated. So that means the structure is repeated for 6 times by a rotation of 360 degrees. By rotation of 360 degrees, the same structure is repeated for 6 times. Hence it is having 6-fold symmetry. Okay, this axis is said to be C6 axis. So n-fold symmetry. What is the n value? N-fold symmetry means, here what is the n-fold symmetry of this one? The n-fold symmetry of this one is 6-fold. The n-fold symmetry of this one is along this axis. Okay, this axis is said to be threefold axis of symmetry. This axis is said to be 2-fold axis of symmetry. Okay, so this is 6-fold axis of symmetry, and here it is 2-fold axis of symmetry. So that means at every 180 degrees the structure is repeated. So like this, the axis of symmetry can be discussed. Axis of symmetry is nothing but, if a chemical molecule is rotated about an axis through an angle of 360, okay, it coincides with itself n times. That means the same structure is repeated for n number of times. N number of times means n folds. N number of times means n folds. So here along this axis, the same structure is repeated for 3 folds. That means 3 times. So like this, okay, the axis is referred to as axis of symmetry. It is also called as a proper axis of symmetry. Proper axis of symmetry, or else it is also called as rotational axis of symmetry. Proper axis of symmetry or rotational axis of symmetry. Okay, so like this, So this is one of the elements of symmetry. So axis of symmetry is one of the elements of symmetry. So if a molecule is having axis of symmetry, then that molecule cannot be optically active. It is optically inactive. It cannot rotate the plane polarized light. It cannot rotate the PPL. PPL means plane polarized light. Now let us learn the next element of symmetry is plane of symmetry. Next to plane of symmetry. For example, if you take a molecule like this tartaric acid, example I am taking tartaric acid. So tartaric acid means it is having this structure. So this is a tartaric acid. Okay. So in tartaric acid, if you cut this molecule along this plane divides the entire molecule into two equal halves. So this side of the plane, okay, is exactly equal to the other side of the plane. So such a plane is said to be having symmetry. That means this plane is said to be having symmetry. That means same groups are appearing and at the same positions on both sides. Okay, such thing is said to be symmetry. So this plane is said to be plane of symmetry. Okay, so plane passing through a molecule such that the part of one side of the plane is the exact reflection of the part of other side of the plane. So here this part is reflecting this part and this part is reflecting this part. So this plane is this plane is dividing the molecule into two equal halves, and which are reflection of one is reflection of the other. So it is simply nothing but mirror image. So if let us assume this is the mirror. If this is the mirror, let us assume, then this part will appear in the mirror like this, and this part will appear in the mirror like this. Okay, hence this plane is also called as mirror plane. This plane is also called as mirror plane or else plane of symmetry. Okay, let us take another example. This is another example. So here there are two C2H5 groups attached to the same carbon. So this is C2H5, this is also C2H5. If the same carbon is attached to two similar groups, identical groups, then that carbon cannot be called as a chiral carbon. It is not a chiral center. If it is not chiral center, then it cannot be optically active. It is optically inactive. Okay, so it cannot it cannot form non-superimposable mirror images. It can form superimposable mirror images. Okay, let it be. So now let us see whether it is having any plane of symmetry or not. See, if a carbon is having two similar groups attached, then it is said to be having symmetry. Compulsory it will have symmetry. So the same thing I can draw like this. So carbon, hydrogen and CH3, C2H5 and C2H5. So if any carbon is attached to the similar groups like this, so these two groups can be, we can arrange like this. Now if you cut this molecule along this plane, along this through this plane, what happens? So this plane will divide the molecule into two equal halves. It will divide two equal halves. So this side the group which is present towards this side of the plane, it is nothing but exact reflection of the group which is present in the other side of the plane. So that means, so this plane will divide the molecule into two equal halves, hence there exists a symmetry. Such a symmetry, such plane is said to be plane of symmetry. Okay, or else mirror plane. So like this, the plane of symmetry can be discussed. Whenever plane of symmetry exists, the molecule, any plane of symmetry or else any elements of symmetry exist, then that molecule cannot be optically active. It will be optically inactive. Suppose so this is the molecule. So here this is both methyl groups are towards the same side. So here if this is the plane which divides this one entire molecule into two equal halves, then this plane is said to be a plane of symmetry. So there is no other plane of symmetry. Suppose if it is like this, then so this is up and this is down, this is also up and this is down. So here also, here both methyl groups are present towards the upside, and this is called plane of symmetry. But here there is no plane of symmetry, because if you divide this one, what happens? So here up one is CH3, but up one is here hydrogen. Here downward is hydrogen, but here the downward is group is CH3. So here the two similar groups are not present on the same side. Upon dividing this along this plane, this molecule along this plane, and this plane is not plane of symmetry. Okay, this is not a plane of symmetry, whereas this is plane of symmetry. So here these two are present in the trans position. When these two are in trans position, then we cannot get a plane of symmetry. Generally we will get a plane of symmetry when the adjacent groups, with the similar adjacent groups, they are present towards the cis, if they are present towards the same side, that means in cis molecules you will get the plane of symmetry, whereas in trans molecules we cannot get a plane of symmetry. So like this we can discuss about the plane of symmetry. Now let us discuss about the third elements of symmetry, known as center of symmetry. Center of symmetry. What is center of symmetry? Suppose center of symmetry, it is also called as inversion center. It is also called as inversion center. For example, if there is a center point, from this center point, if there is a center point, from this center point, if you move in opposite directions at equal distance, so from this center point to this towards this side, and from the center point towards the opposite side, so if you move equal distance, and at equal distance, if you find similar atoms or similar groups, then that molecule is said to be having center of symmetry. For example, CH3 hydrogen, actually if you draw between these two, if you draw a line starting from this group to this group, so it should pass through the center, compulsory it should pass through the center of the molecule. Okay, so now this is the center of the molecule, inversion center. See, look here, from here to this methyl group, so the distance from here to methyl group, it is exactly equal to from here to this methyl group. Okay, so the distance is same, hence there is a center of symmetry in this molecule. So a point within a molecule such that a straight line drawn from any part of the molecule, a straight line drawn from any part of the molecule to the center. So from here to here, if I draw a straight line to center and extended at an equal distance on the other side, so it encounters the same part, or else the same group is encountered, that means the same group is reappeared. So if the same group reappears, then this point is said to be center of symmetry. So here it is having center of symmetry, this molecule is having center of symmetry. From center, if you go equal distance in opposite directions, if you meet the identical atoms or identical group of atoms, or identical groups, then this center is said to be having symmetry. So this center is said to be center of symmetry, or else inversion center. So here this molecule is having inversion center, because from this center, so the two methyl groups are arranged at equal distance in opposite directions. Suppose if it is like this, if it is CH3 hydrogen, so from the center, the same distance you are getting towards the opposite sides. Suppose if it is like this, if the molecule is like this, So here from the center we cannot join these two by drawing a single line like this. So here these two are not present on the same line which is passing through the center. So these two cannot join by the same line passing through the center. Hence it is not having center of symmetry. But here these two groups can be joined by a straight line which can be passing through the center, and these two are at the same distance from the center point. Hence this center point is said to be center of symmetry. So this molecule is optically inactive, whereas this molecule is optically it is not having center of symmetry. Maybe some other symmetry present, but here center of symmetry is not present. So it is having plane of symmetry. This is not having center of symmetry. This is having plane of symmetry. Because if you cut this molecule along this plane, what is happening? So it is having symmetry. So this is plane of symmetry. So similar groups are present on both sides of the plane. This molecule is not having center of symmetry. COS means center of symmetry. So here center of symmetry is present. Here plane of symmetry is present. Okay, center of symmetry is absent. Center of symmetry is absent. Okay, so like this, the center of symmetry can be discussed. Another example. Here this molecule is having center of symmetry, because so from this group towards the center, if you draw a line, the same line can be extended in the opposite direction, which can meet the identical group at equal distance from the center. So that means this distance will be exactly equal to this distance, and this group is exactly similar to this group. Okay, then that point is said to be center of symmetry. So now here also these two hydrogens. So these two hydrogens. Okay, here center of symmetry is present. These two groups are also at the same distance from the center, two CH groups, two COOH groups. Hence it is also having center of symmetry. So like this, the center of symmetry can be discussed. I'll write the definition of center of symmetry. A point within a molecule such that a straight line drawn from any part or atom or group, okay, of the molecule to the center of the molecule to the center and extended an equal distance and extended an equal distance on the other side, on the other side, to get identical part or atom or group, identical part or atom or group. So already we have seen an example. Again I am drawing the same example. Suppose this is vinyl, this is phenyl. So if you draw a line from the center, this is the center point, okay, starting from this point, and a straight line is drawn such that a line is drawn from this part, okay, or from this group, okay, to the center, towards the center, and it is extended an equal distance. So this distance is equal to this distance. It is an extended and equal distance on the other side. So this side and other side. So on the other side, to get identical part or else identical atoms or identical groups, then such a point is said to be center of symmetry. Okay, this molecule is having center of symmetry, right? Now another next element of symmetry is alternating axis of symmetry. We will learn about alternating axis of symmetry in the next video.